Hello friends, सबको नमस्ते. So today we will create a blood cell object detection telegram bot. Let me first run this file of a telegram bot. Okay. Now let me run start command. It show me this thing. Then the help command. It show me this and the about command. Now let me do a main part of it. To get a detected object detected bounding box with bounding boxes image. Let me send this image. It show me how many RBC, how many WBC, and how many platelets we have. Or you can say it's give me the count of the class names. Wait for the seconds. It show the images. Yeah, you can see the image. Okay, with the RBC 5 and WBC 1. Okay, see the object detected image. Okay, with the WBC 1 and RBC 5, you can see that. This way we will create a telegram bot. Now let me first comment whole code so that I can explain you step by step that which function come first and which function comes last, so that you will not come confused that which function we have to make create first and which function we have to create last. So the first step of making a telegram bot is to create a telegram bot from the telegram web. So let me first open the telegram web and show you how you can make a new telegram bot. For that, just type board father. You will get this. Click on this and type here help. Okay, then click on new board. You will get this. Then you have to select the board name. Right now I want to select blood cell capital O and capital D. Okay, then copy this, because again you have to write. Okay, now you have to select the username, but it's up to you that you can want the same username that you have selected for the bot name, or you want different. It's up to you, but I want same name, that's why. But you have read this line, because last three characters should be bot. Then press enter. You can see that we have generated a token ID. This is your token ID, because it's meaningful, it's useful, because it's connect your Python file with your telegram bot. Okay, so it's useful. Just copy this, and paste it here. Okay, in place of this, means this is your first part of getting the generate token ID of your code. Okay, now we have to generate the start command. Let me first uncomment whole main function. See what is the use of uh, start command. Okay, for that, first line, this line, for creating the app, or you can say this is a variable which is a reference of your board. For that we have to use application library, and inside that library we have a builder function. Then we have to pass a token, and the and build function will we have to call. This line basically create a telegram bot, or you can say connect our Python file with the telegram bot. Okay, with the help of this token, and basically app will act as a reference of a telegram bot. Now we have to make a commands. For that we have to use app top add handler and command handler, which is useful for creating the commands. For that, if suppose a person write user write /start, it will automatically activate this start function. This start function, you can see this is a function name, and go up, you see this this is a start function. Okay, if suppose you can see that I am passing the two variables. updates and callback contest, but I am not using the callback contest. I am just using the update. So let me tell you what is the use of callback contest. Or you can say that if suppose I will not use it, even I am not using it, I can raise it. But this telegram board, when I will run this file, it show me the error. Suppose I run this. Okay, it show me the error. Help command is not defined. Okay, it's running this thing. Let me uncomment comment them all. Then again I have to run this so that I can show you that start command, it show me the error. Okay, to display the error, I will go it and click on this link of our board and start it. When I will type the first command start, now it show me the error. See, start take one positional argument but two are given. See, await dot self 158 line from the, you can say, from the base handler or the p by file. You can say it is a backend p by file. It's required two parameters, update and contest, but we are giving only one position argument. Okay, so according to this function or this error, we can say that instead you will not use contest in your function, but you have to pass it as a parameter. Otherwise, it's throw the error. Okay, or you can say it is a default structure that you have to use the callback contents even if you are not using it. Okay, and let me tell you the meaning of this callback content. Suppose in future I want to set any reminder in the telegram board, or suppose in future I want to download a specific chat of my users, and is in the command arguments. These are the tools which is used to be happen in future. If suppose I want to add some functionalities in future, I can use this. And for you, for adding those functionalities, I have to use callback contents. Okay, so callback content is a toolbox which have some tools which we can use in futures. But right now I don't have any useful facility for the for function to add in a telegram board, so I'm not using it. But as a default structure of the telegram board, we have to initialize it even we are not using it as in a function. Okay, now we have to pass in start. In start I want to tell the user that what is the use of this telegram board. For that I am using this message, and I'm just passing it by using the update message dot reply text. Okay, this way it's throw me the text whenever I will run the start command. Now let me create the other command, and the another command is a help command. Same way we will create a help command, and when we'll type the slash help, it will call me help command, and help command is a function name. See, let me uncomment the help command. I think this is a mount command, this is a help command. Okay, let me uncomment it. Same way, update and callback contest. Just first create the text, and help text I want to tell the user that which command is present in this, and which is what is the use, what you will do with your this telegram board. It will tell this start command tell me what is a telegram bot and what is this useful. This tell that how you can use it. Okay, and which command is present. For that, just use update dot message dot reply text, it will pass the task. Now we will create a about command. What is the use of this about command? First, it will tell me that which model is used for the object detection, which is a backbone. What is the functionality of this weight file means back models which we are using. This thing this function which is this things is tell by about command. Okay, let me uncomment it. Okay, These are the all the details of the you can say of the models which we are using. Okay, about text, and just pass the about text by using the update dot message dot apply text. Now you will see that blood cell object detection. Let me read one line. Object cell detection. This board detect and classify. This is a telling of the board. What is board doing? Detection and classify. Platelets. These are the classes. Bounding boxes around detect cell. Count the number of each cell. Deep learning model. Optimized training strategies. Hardware architecture. Faster inference. Okay, this is a facilities of the model which is trained on. Okay, facts about the blood cells. These are the facts, some facts about the related blood cells. Okay, this is the information which we are providing about the using the about command. Okay, now this is the second thing. Let me first see that the commands which we had created is working or not. Okay, and this is line. See this line. What is the use of this line? App dot run polling. If suppose I am not use this function, and if suppose I type slash start, uh, it will does not throw me the error. Okay, sorry, not error. It does not display the masses, because this run polling basically you can see that it's uh, uh, it's it's handle the future masses. Okay, it handles the future masses. Okay, let me show you difference of that when I'm using run polling and when I will use not use run polling. What's the difference? Okay. Okay, so first let me comment it means without using of run polling. Okay, then I will show you the difference. See, when I will run it, it's automatically complete the telegram bot compilation. Okay, now if suppose I will go and type start in which does not show any message. Say this, it does not showing any message, or even you can see that the compilation is completed. Okay, so the main reason of using the run polling is to interact with the user, to interact with the new commands. If suppose a new command is here, it will interact with them. If suppose we are not using it, we if we even we are writing the new command, it will not respond. Okay, that's why we have to use it. It's a meaning of this, or you can say use of this run polling. Now let me show you the now let me use this run polling and show you the difference. Okay, now again I can go and type start again. Now it will show me the message which is there. It's taking a second, so please wait. See, it's displaying the message now. Let me type help. It's showing me this message. Okay, so this is a meaning, this is a use of run polling to interact with the new commands. If you do not use it, it does not respond to any command which we are giving to them. Come back, close this. Now this the useful of this line. It is useful because it handles the photo which we see, which we are passing for object detection. Okay, now see, for handling the photo, or because here we are not making any command, we have to handle the messages which is sent by user as a photo. For that we are using message handler library. Filters means already handle photos, not other things, only handle a photo. That's why we're using filter dot photo, and after getting the photo you just have to call this handle photo function. Okay, so this is a handle photo function which we are using. Uncomment this. See this. Just two things: update and callback contents. I have already explained you why we are passing it and what is its use. Then we have to load the image. For photo, in update dot message photo minus one, process the highest resolution photo. If suppose we are passing the multiple photo, it will select automatically the photo from that, and just pass that into a photo variable. After getting the photo, we are using get file, means we are getting the file from the server. For some from the file we, to get the file from the server, we using get file function. After getting the file, we have to download the file into a bytes. Okay, for that we are using byte id library, and file dot download has byte array. Okay, this way we download the image into a bytes. After that, we have to convert those bytes into a numpy array. For that we are using im decode. Here we are decoding because we have already have a encode in encode image in a bytes format, so we have to undecode it. For that, just pass the image from buffer image bytes dot read np unit 8 ncb2 I am read color. Okay, this way we have converting the image into a from bytes to a numpy. Okay, now just convert that image into a pill format and just pass that image for the detection purpose. Okay, so there for that we are just uh, going to the object detection image and pass the image there into a pill format. Okay, so now we have to jump to the object detection image function, which is above here. When we get the image into a say here now image into a pill format. Okay, and that particular image we are passing to our detection. Okay, and it's required class names, so we have to uncomment them. Also class names and the class sample for each color. And see here from where we are getting this detection. Okay, for detection we have to make the detection library and just uncomment whole here also, so that I can explain you each step one by one, that which function you have to create first and which function you have to create at last. Okay, so the compiler come here. Here we are passing the image class name and color sample. So from here the compiler go to this from detection import detection. From means from detection mean detection is a Python file, so we have to jump here and come back to the detection part. So this is a detection function, so this uncommented, I uncommented it. Now we are passing image, class name, class color sample. Now we have to go to the from get them to get the model. We have to go to the create model function, where we are passing the number of classes and the size which we want, 640 of the size of the image. So we are going to the create model function. So this is a create model function. Means the weight file which you are using, you have to know that which model on which architecture of the model is this particular weight file is trained on. Then only you can use that model and create a testing prediction parts. Okay, so for this whole thing, let me, for explaining this whole part, let me here take the help of this Jupyter file. Okay, for explanation, let me run all. uh, Let me select the environment. Okay, run all, installing the kernel of the Jupyter. So let me explain this. Let me first print this model and in gen, and the model which we are using for the object detection here is or you can say this weight file, which is blood cell PTH, is trained on this SSD300 with VGG16. Okay, model. So let me explain this whole part, that how this particular model is created and what is going on in this. Before that, let me show you one image. So this is STD-BG16 image, which is, you can see that the head of this model is connected to each sequential layer. Okay, and you already know that when we have to create the layer, the main things is in channel and out channel. And for the connection from the previous layer, we require the out channel of the previous layers. Okay, so first thing which is required by the head of this SSD layer is out channel of the previous layers which is connected by the head. So let me come back to this. Okay, so let me open this in text editor. See this. Yeah, uh, you can see that for connection we require out channel from, so that for that only we are using utils library, and from that we using retrieve out channel from the model backbone size which is required 640, because default value is 300 but we are passing 640 here. Okay, so for that, let me show you that its in channel list is a list that it is the out channel of the sequential layer of the last layer, which is connected by the head 512 102. So let me show you this from where this 512 come. 512 come from here. This features is a feature sequence backbone feature sequential layer, and the last layer is this. So last layer out channel is 512. Now from this extra layer, sequential layer, this last layer and its out channel is 1024. Now this sequential last layer is this and its out channel is 512. Now this is 256, 256. 102, 512, 256, 256. This way you get it. Okay, this is 256, this is 256, 2, 512, 1024, and 512. Okay. Okay, so this way you get the uh, out channel of the sequentials last layers. Now you will get confused that I'm talking about this 5 to 256, but I'm not talking about the last 256. So let me show you this thing. Here 3 and 4 both are combined in one only. That's why means here two sequential layer and each sequential layer contain last out channel is 256. That's why last two 256 is come from there only. Okay, now this anchor boxes. So these are the anchor boxes which is useful for connection now for detecting the objects of different sizes, and when the image is converted into a grid cell, each grid cell have its own number of anchor boxes, and each sequential layer you can say each layer's out channel also required the anchor boxes. So the for that we have a four anchor boxes for first layer for this, and for second we have six anchor boxes, and last two layers have four anchor boxes. This way 4 and 5 have four anchor boxes, four anchor boxes. Now you will get confused at how this 364 546 and 546 in channel, you know that from where it's coming, from where this 364 546 and it's coming. So let me tell you the dataset which we are using is Coco V1, and Coco V1 have 91 classes. So you will multiply when 91 with 4 means 4 number of anchor boxes. You will get 4 into 91 into 4, you will get 364. Next layer is 6, 91 into 6, 546. Same way you get this in you can see the out channel of these classifier head. And now this is a regression head, means the bounding boxes. 5.2, 104, 5.2, this is same, but how you get this in channel? Oh, sorry, not in channel, out channel. So same way, number of anchor boxes. First layer have four anchor boxes, and you already know that bounding box have only four values: x1, y1, x2, y2, or x min, y min, or x max, y max. So four values, 4 into 4, 16. Six anchor boxes, 6 into 4, 24. This way, the south channel comes. Now this is for the 91 classes, but we have only four classes include the background. So that's all why we just we first fetch in channel and anchor boxes in channel anchor boxes, and just pass the classifier head, and this head is changed according to number classes we have, and just then return the model. This is transformer size you can see here. Okay, it's a transformer size, so don't save it. I already explained you what is a how you can how this model is created and what is a U line what is the use of each and every line. Okay, then after that we get the model. When we get the model, then we have to load the weights which we have. For that, just use this load static torch.load weight file, and then map location means this time does not have a GPU, so I'm using a CPU. So for that, we have to use map location torch.device CPU. And then now model is not a training mode, now model is in a evaluation mode, because here we are predicting the boundary boxes on our unseen images. The transformation which is required is just to convert the image into a tensor format. Okay, now we apply the transform here. Now unsqueeze, you already know that why we are using unsqueeze, just to add the batch dimension in the image, because during training time we pass the images as a batches. So same dimension have to be passed during testing also. So unsqueeze, just add the batch dimension. Then with torch no grade means no grading is there, no operation is performed on weights. Just pass the image, and first to fetch the prediction, use input 0 here. First prediction you will get it. Okay, after that you will get the boundary boxes, labels, and score. Now let me explain you the use of this dot CPU, that why I'm using it because you already know that if suppose I use this whole process in a GPU, when I will use it, I want to get this boxes and labels. uh, don't confuse that. uh, if suppose this at current time I'm using this whole thing in a GPU, in a CPU, okay, not in a GPU, CPU. But suppose you will use whole things in a GPU, then to come back to get this boxes, labels, and score into a CPU, just use dot CPU. Then whole data of this boxes, label, and score come back from GPU to the CPU. Now this already know that I have already converted this image into a tensor format. So this whole prediction also is also in a tensor format. So for other process, I want to convert this into a NumPy format. So that's why I use dot CPU to convert, and just then convert that particular data into a NumPy format. That's why I use GPU, not CPU and NumPy. After that, I want to filter it according to the score only. Means first I only want those bounding boxes values which have score greater than 80%. Okay, I will for that, at same time, I have to iterate over labels and score. For iterating same time for label and score, I will use zip. And if suppose but particular score is greater than 0.8, means that label is useful for me. So I will make list of all labels which have score greater than 0.8. This way I get the labels, and after getting the labels, I will use counter filter label. It will give me the counter according to the list, means or you can say, let me show you one thing. Okay, so that you will not come confused as what is happening here. Suppose I pass one image, and there are multiple bounding boxes is present. When I will use this fun to use this line, I will get this type of interface. Okay, and you can know that means use of what is a list represent. You can see that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 means 7 bounding boxes there whose score is greater than 0.8. And what this digits representing, see this labels. What is labels is in a digits, no? That's why 0 means it's a background. You already see this, 0 index value is for the background. 2 means that particular bounding box label belongs to RBC. 3 means 1. 1 means third bounding box whose class label is 1, represent to platelets. This way this filter labels give me, and after using this counter, it will give me how many labels is for the 0, how many labels is the for 2, how many labels is the for 1. Okay. Now I will convert that image into numpy array, because when I will use this CV2 put text CV2 rectangle, this CV2 require image not in a pill format, it's require the image into a numpy format. So that's why only I'm converting that image into a numpy. After that, I will pass image, boxes, label, score, class name, class color to the draw boxes, and this draw boxes return me image with the bounding boxes. Now come back to this function, main function you can say. Okay, after getting this parameters, image, boxes, label, score, class name, color sample, and score threshold, you already know 0.8 means only represent those bounding boxes who's greater than, which have score greater than 0.8. Now one more thing, that I am not passing the filters label, because I only use this line just to get the counters of each class name. But here I am just passing all boxes and labels both, because during the use this function I use this line, score greater than the score threshold. Okay, so first make the copy of the image. After that, because I want boxes, label, score iteration at the same time, so that's why I'm using zip. It's give me box, label, and score at the same time. Okay, now it's only come down to the function, come down to this loop if only if the score is greater than the score threshold, and score threshold is 0.8. Okay, after, if suppose bounding boxes threshold is greater than 0.8, it will come down to the loop. Then it first map in the boxes, means first fetch this xmin, bymin, and xmix and bymax from this box variable. Okay, after fetching this color sample, means label, model, and color sample, it will select the color indexing will be there. Okay, and now first we have to draw the boundary boxes. For that, image, required image, xmin, bymin, just pass as coordinates, because I have already converted them into a format. Just pass them, and color will be from where we are getting this, from here, from where we are getting color sample. You can see that from me, for each color I have already decided the colors. Okay, label means zero, the mode, length of the model. You will get the color sample according to the decided, according to the decided color only you will get the color. After that, pass the color, and thickness will be 2. Now if after creating the color we have to decide the text, for deciding the text, just use this f class name labels, means first we have created the text, means particular label belongs to which class name. After passing this label, you will get, if suppose label will be 0, it's a background. If label will be 1, it's a platelets, and if label will be 2, it's a RBC. So we'll be getting the text size. Now we have to decide the text size, means CB2 text size, font has 0.8 and 2. This will decide the text size, and this is a text height and width, means according to the, because we want that according to the height and width of the bounding box only, text will be display on the image. For that we have to use this get text size text, and this will decide width and height of the text size, and according to that only we will plot the rectangle. Okay, now you will get confused that why we are plotting the two rectangles. So this rectangle particularly is a bounding box, and uh, this rectangle is a text rectangle which you are seen above the bounding box, that particular text maxes text. For that we are using this different text rectangle. It will create a text box above the bounding box. So pass the image xmin, by mean text minus 5 by minus 5. You already know that by index in the image start from the top left corner. 0 0 start from the top left corner. So if we want a move above to the bounding box, we have to minus the pixels value according to that only, and then just pass the x min plus text width plus 10 and y min. Okay, x min, y min, you will get the text according to that only, or text with plus 10. You already do not know this is a, you can say this is a width. So we want width according to text width plus 10. Why I mean, okay, color will be this -1. After that we have to put the text on that particular bounding box which we have created for the text. Okay, so input image with text, this, then text we have give a text which we have to represent, and then you have to give the starting and starting coordinates of the text. So x mean +5 and y mean -5. This is the starting coordinates of the text. Then the font, then the size, color, thickness, or fullness of line A4, this all things, and just plotting, and this ultimately it will return the image with bounding boxes. Okay, after getting this image with the bounding boxes, we have to return two things: image with the bounding boxes and a counter. You already know the useful use of counter because it tell me how many number of particular class name is bounding box represent for. So let me save this whole things. Now the compiler come back to this function, means I already got the image with the bounding boxes and a counter. Now here the image which is passed is in a numpy format, because this whole things have on a numpy format. Okay, now we are converting into a numpy again, but it's not required, just for the sake that during conversion to image to or in code it doesn't throw any error. We make 100% sure that we have to convert an image into numpy. After that we have to you can see that for uploadation we have decoded the image from the bytes to numpy. So we have to make back to the images, so that from now we have to convert numpy to the bytes. For that we are using im encode and just pass the image, and jpg is a format. Now say this, for converting the means here we have downloaded the image into a bytes way, okay, from here. But now for before that the file is in a image is in a file way. So using same thing, byte id mg encode 2 bytes, it will give me the file into a image to file, and thus pass the control, means here it's the image and here it is a counter. Now again the compiler come back to this function, because whole process start from here only. After getting the image into bytes from the, and now we have to get the platelets count. You already know the counter give me the values of how many platelets there, how many rbc. So after fetching these values from this counter list, we have to plot it. Okay, for plotation we are using this line: image with boxes counter caption, means see images dot boxes dot six equal to 0, means it's reset the file pointer before sending. Okay, it's required, otherwise it throw the error. So now in when we are replying, when we using commands, we have to reply with text. Now here we have to reply with photo, that's why we're using photo. Image with box, and then caption, means what things you have to uh, represent below the image. For that we are using this caption: object detection count, platelets, how many platelets, rbc, and all things. So ultimately our code is ready. Let me save whole thing again, and then I will show you how the things, how the telegram bot is learning. So let me run again. Go to the telegram web, just type first start so that we can see that it's working or not. It's working. Displaying the masses. Now the main part, means bounding boxes on a unseen images. Let me select this one, open and send. Wait for a few seconds, because you know that bound creating the bounding boxes, these things require the time. So wait. So see the result means we have platelets 9, platelets not RBC 9 and WC 1. Let me select one more image. Okay, so this is working. Now I will explain you the use of this async and await which I am using in my code. Why I'm using it and what is their use. Okay, so wait for that. I will explain you each and every line here that why I have used this async and await. So friends, the use of this async here is that I don't want that our board will get stuck in input and output function, and because of that, other commands will not work. For example, if suppose I do not use this async here, okay, and does not require this await here, write this await function await here, then uh, a compiler will go here, okay, and it's suppose during writing this text on the board the compiler will get stuck, then other commands will not get result. Okay, that's why I am using this async and await. This help me that if suppose a particular uh, a server or a compiler gets that particular function, other functions will get normally, or function will be there. Okay, let me give you one other example. If suppose I do not suppose I do not use this await here. Okay, file get file means from the server it is getting the file from server, it fetching the file. If suppose I do not use await here, okay, if suppose I remove it, then if suppose server get stuck or crushed during fetching the photo, during fetching the photo, then until and unless this file variable does not get the file, other codes will not work. Even if I write slash even if I write slash start, it will not respond me until and unless this function get completed. That's why when I will write await here, it means that this particular line is in the input output way, or fetching the file from the server. It is in that process. Okay, during this time you can do other work, during this time you can respond to the other commands also. Okay, that's why I'm using this software here, so that our board will run functionally or normally even if the compiler or a server get stuck that particular time. Okay, so this is a use of this async and await, and I had already explained you how you can create a telegram board, and I already explained you each and every line. Okay, I will explain you this line by line. So the main motive of this line that of this project is that even you can use the model in the telegram bot. I explain you how you can use it. Okay, so please like, share and subscribe for more videos like this, where I will explain you each and every line use of these lines and why I'm using this. So please like and share, and thanks to all.